Hey guys, Bryce here, go to the for another video. So if you have a cat, this video is for you. Like the last two videos were about dogs, but this video is about cats. Alright, 6 things your vet wants to know about cat food. Your cat is just like other members of your family. You want to be sure you're making the best choices for her health, including the food you buy. But so many pet food brands and ingredients on store shelves, pet parents can easily get confused. A nutritious diet for your feline isn't as hard to serve as it may seem. Some tips for the pros can help you avoid some common mistakes. There's not one best kind of protein. Cats need animal protein, fat, and other vitamins and minerals, and they get these nutrients from many different sources. The protein in commercial cat food can come from chicken, poultry, beef, lamb, fish, liver, or meat or chicken byproducts, also known as meal. So like say in your cat's food, you have chicken meal. Know that it's chicken byproducts. Okay. For a healthy cat without food allergies, any of these ingredients in either wet or dry form are fine choices, says Joseph Wackschlein, DVM, an associate professor at Cornell University College of Veterinary Medicine. Instead of worrying about specific ingredients, look for a food's nutritional guarantee. Its label should say that tests by the AAFCO have shown that the products provides complete and balanced nutrition, or that it is formulated to meet the nutritional levels established by the AAFCO cat food nutrition profiles. Food or treats that don't have one of these statements shouldn't be your cat's main meal.
Yeah.
Byproducts aren't bad. Some brands claim they're, I know, right? Some brands, hold on, I'm trying to copy something. Some brands claim their food is better because it doesn't have animal byproducts or byproduct meals. These ingredients are ground up parts of animal carcasses and can include neck, feet, intestines, and bone. But I'm actually a big fan. of using byproducts. Wackschlein says they have no more nutrients than straight meat. In chicken byproducts, for example, you'll get things like vitamin A, vitamin D, zinc, and copper instead of just using the protein in a chicken breast. Even carnivores need carbs. Okay. Grains and other carbohydrates in cat foods get a bad rap, but it's just because cats are true carnivores does not mean carbohydrates are bad for them, said Sherry Sanderson, DVM, a vet nutritionist at University of Georgia. She's seen a trend of low carb diets for felines in the last 10 years, but she warns against them. Low carb usually means high fat, she says, which put pets at risk for obesity and diabetes. Another popular food myth: grains are filler ingredients with no real nutrients. Another popular: grains provide a lot of essential nutrients that both dogs and cats and people require, Sanderson says. And if you worry that your kitty is allergic to grains, they are totally off base. Some cats can be, but most aren't. In fact, it's more common for them to be allergic to animal proteins than grains. Different ages have different needs. Kittens need docosahexaene acid, or known as the DHA, a type of healthy fat that's important for the brain, eye growth. In fact, if a product says it contains omega-3 fatty acids, look more closely to find out which type it contains, Sanderson says. Plant-based omega-3 acids, omega-3s like those in flax seeds, aren't a good choice of the DHA. For adult cats, she recommends foods that have fish oil, which give them DHA and also reduce inflammation, and probiotics, which feed their healthier gut bacteria. Cats also need different nutrients like more fat as they get older. When your feline turns 7, ask your vet if you should switch to a senior formula. Okay. Higher price doesn't always mean better quality. This is a big one. Instead of buying food based on price, Sanderson likes to research the ethics and manufacturing practices of pet food companies. Like she brands that have their own production plants and that do research on their diets to support the claims they make. 5 and 6. Okay, we have 2 more. Okay. one more. Because we're on 5 and there's six of them. Good job. She likes brands that have their own production plants and that do research on their diets to support the claims they make. If a company is making a lot of money but puts it all into advertising and none into research, or they tell consumers things like it is bad to feed byproducts or grains. In general, I don't recommend those diets, she says. The FDA regulates all pet food and requires brands to meet certain standards to be sold in the U.S. Still, she says, I generally would stay away from really inexpensive food because ingredients can vary in quality. Alright. You can be feeding Fluffy too much. Overeating is the number one problem we see in both cats and dogs. That's why so many cats and dogs are overweight, because people feed them too much. Overeating is the number one problem we see both in cats and dogs, Wack Schlack says. According to the Association for Pet Obesity Prevention, about 58% of cats in America are overweight. Their risks for weight problems is cats' risks for weight problems is higher than dogs. What? I thought dogs were always their weight problems were always higher than cats. In part because they often don't get as much exercise as their canine friends, because cats, I don't know how to word this, dogs go outside and play. They play fetch. My cat plays fetch too, but, because he's weird. But my Teddy plays fetch more often than Jack does. So, and I'm gonna do 6 things your vet wants to learn about dog food. Okay. Get advice from your vet about how many calories your pet should eat every day, and check food labels to make sure you're serving portions that match those needs. And think twice before you leave a heap of food out for your cat to graze on all day. This may work for some finicky felines, but others will eat more than they should. If it works your schedule, split up the food into 2 servings a day.